So it's no secret that the name of my channel is The Drip Farm. Half of the channel is drip, half of the channel is Animal Farm. Now, since the launch of these projects like 7-8 months ago, I've been diversifying. I'm in all sorts of projects in DeFi. I'm trying to get my money to work for me. I believe in diversification, putting your assets in a bunch of different places so that you're not just relying on one thing. But I've kept the name of my channel, The Drip Farm, because now it's just, I've caught on. There's a couple subscribers that decided they liked me and they hit the subscribe button, which I welcome you to do only if you like the content and you like the pizza box behind me. So here's the thing. I'm going to cover my real world reaction. But I do have a bias, right? Because I'm supposed to say Drip Animal Farm are amazing because it's in the name of my channel. But I promise I won't do that. I'm going to try to do everything I can without bias, just coming to the table as neutral as possible. It's impossible to do. We all have our biases. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give my live reaction. First, let's look at the price of pigs and dogs. Now, this is not the sexiest place to be, dropping 30% in 24 hours. But you know what? This isn't unique to Forex and his projects. A lot of crypto projects, you have the initial run up. Oh my gosh, A-bin, and then a dump, right? This is where the whales start selling. This is where the retail people start buying. You got to learn your lesson. Buy the dips, right? Now, the problem is I don't know where the dip's going to be. Are we going to end up back here before we get a recovery? I would imagine at some point we do get a recovery. Why? Why do you believe that? The Drip Animal Farm has proven to be a very strong community. There's so many people that their 100% of their channel is just on these projects. Now, most of them are liars, and I call them that because they literally make price predictions and they have no effing clue what they're talking about, but they clickbait you and they give you all the hype around what they think is going to happen. And I just find that content to be a little annoying, but whatever. Everybody is allowed to do what they want. I look at this and go, okay, on what basis would I think this would reverse? A couple things. Let me say a couple things. The Animal Farm is super confusing. Whose fault is that? I don't think it's an issue of fault. It's Forex design. Forex is if you've ever listened to Forex talk, his project looks exactly like how he talks. All right. In a world where there's OPT3s, where you just buy something, hold it in a wallet, and then that money's used, the bots work to people get that. It's easy to ape into that because it's so simple. Oh, I make 1% a day, right? Now, full transparency with OPT3, one of my concerns is I don't know how much is in the reserves. Neither do you. I don't know at what point do the reserves run dry. So there's concerns and fears in every project in DeFi. That's why this is never financial advice. But with Animal Farm, you have these price fluctuations that, frankly, a lot of people just don't like. So if you don't like the ups and downs, it can scare people. But eventually, what I hope is people will get interested in yield farming again, and they'll stop chasing the next flashiest thing. But where people stake their money is ultimately up to them. And you know where they're going to decide to keep their money? Where they're getting paid, baby. It's all about how much money are people actually making in the Animal Farm. And we're going to look at what I made in 24 hours in just a second. So the price of pigs has obviously come down from yesterday, 160. We're down 30%. All right. Now, like I said, that's not unique to Animal Farm or Forex. It's the nature of a lot of these launches. But you look at dogs, okay? This is the price of dogs. Now, this just went live. You can see it just went live yesterday. What do I mean it went live? You weren't able to sell or buy dogs until yesterday. I would also argue you're still not able to sell dogs. So the fact that this has maintained price and appreciated a bit is not impressive. Why? Because no one in their right mind is selling dogs with a 90% tax. That's right. Forex changed the rules. What happened was in V1, we could come and go as we pleased with our investment into dogs. Then he stopped. He held everybody's funds for 7 to 8 months. He didn't give anyone the option to get their funds back, which, kudos to Stable Fund. At least they give the option to get your money back. And by the way, update on Stable Fund, a lot of people are reporting they're getting their refunds, so that's awesome. This video is not about that, so I don't care about your opinion on Stable Fund, but at least it's great it's not a rug pull. The problem, though, with dogs is when you change the contract after making an agreement with an investor, it puts a really bad taste in people's mouth and they might just leave your project forever. I don't like that there's a 90% tax. Neither do you. You can sell 2% of your dogs every day though. Okay. So you could take 2% of whatever you had, sell it. And he did this to create sustainability in dogs. He figured if he didn't do this, then it would be some sort of controversy and the whole price would go down and blah, blah, blah. So he's trying to protect the community. I get that. I understand both arguments. But right now, the price of dogs, nobody's selling it because they don't want that 90% tax. So dogs and pigs are the foundation of this ecosystem that he built called the animal farm. As you can see, yesterday I did a video and it showed 500 million. And if you watch that, now you're watching this, you go, oh man, huge sell-off. I guess it wasn't a sell-off. It was a UI glitch. That's what Forex says. Pretty sweet UI glitch if you tell me, because to show 500 million creates massive FOMO and strength. Where is the money sitting? That's what I like about this. Kudos to this layout. It's very easy to understand that the pools and the farms and the products, that's how he's divided the TVL. And you can see you've got 1.3 million in this pool, 1.5 in BUSD, 1.8. And then in the farms, 2.7. Now this is obviously the biggest farm, dogs, BUSD, because this is what people were able to convert from version 1 to version 2, and they're not able to sell, okay? So unless they take a 90% tax. I want to be clear. Someone's going to be like, yes, they can sell dogs. Bro, 90% tax, you'd be crazy to sell it. Then there's 301,000 pigs in the pig pen. This is where all the pigs are. So if you add up all the value of all these pigs, you can see there's 30, 60, 4, 5, 66 million bucks are in pigs. That's a lot of money, folks. This is not your grandma's DAP, okay? There's a lot of money, and it should be taken serious. Now, the APRs and all that are still being worked out, my understanding. Goal is total pigs lock. You put your pigs in the pig pen. You can withdraw 2% a day. So right now I could withdraw my pigs, 5.67 pigs. I could sell them on the market, and each pig is $100. Okay, so I can make about $600. Or you can deposit them, stake them, and reap a reward. Now you can see here $9. This is multiple days, just to be fair. So making this kind of money is not that exciting to most people. But the argument is that as Animal Farm continues to grow and tax people on their entries and their withdrawals, a portion of those taxes go toward pigs, which is the governance token of this platform. And you'll start to see a greater reward here. Now, it's been 8 months and everyone knows this is not the sexiest thing in DeFi. It's just facts. You got the piggy bank where you can create all sorts of stakes for yourself. And come here, you can set a stake for 5 days, 2 months, whatever, and you'll get a higher percentage. It's kind of confusing. That's my only knock on this. The piggy bank is, if you ask 20 people in Animal Farm to give you an understanding of this, I don't think they'd be able to explain truffles and piglets. And so to me, could we go without this? Forex would be, oh no, you need it. I get it. But again, if you confuse, you lose. As a marketer, that's my biggest concern, is if you confuse, you lose. I just watched some of the #1 influencers in the drip Animal Farm space talk about Animal Farm. Like before I did this video, they have no clue what they're talking about. They still don't understand how all this works. So if you don't understand, you're not alone. In the interest of sounding like a cocky prick who has never created this complex of a system, my only concern would be like what I said, if investors within 5 to 10 seconds of your platform don't understand it, they'll probably just close off. So you can do all the marketing you want, but that's just a concern. And if there's a way that Animal Farm can create like a hyper, like piggy bank, and then click I and a video pops up and it's a quick introduction of what it is and how it works, I think that would at least be helpful. So that's just a suggestion to add to the website. Maybe it'll come. And then the dog pound was opened yesterday. There's still confusion as to the auto compounding pool and the linear pool. I'm not sure of it either. And so you can read about it here. But again, I really like videos, and it'd be cool if there was like a quick little video, So I've got my dog staked, and 24 hours later, let's see how much money I've made. Claimable pigs, 0, 0, 0. So I'm not sure what that means. If I click claim pigs, what happens? Just MetaMask? Yeah, like it doesn't tell me what am I claiming. So I'm going to reject that unless I'm not seeing it, guys. But this is 24 hours later, live reaction. Show me in the comments, what did I do wrong? Where is it? Like, this confusion should not be existing. So there's nothing here, 0, but yet the button has lit up. So I can't react because I don't see that. Let me know. The farms. Okay, I put $1,000 just as a test in this pool. You must add liquidity tool to avoid tax on adding AFD liquidity. What does that mean? You must use our add liquidity tool to avoid tax on adding AFD liquidity. Okay. We added BUSD. I added $1,000. It took 3% away. That's why it shows 970. When I sell, there'll be another 3% tax. How much did I make in one day? I made, we'll call that 0.1. 0.1 dog means I made $4.70. Now, let's do the math. That's at the current price of dogs. Dogs can appreciate, they can depreciate. So I'm not earning BUSD, I'm earning dogs. And then I can stake the dogs, blah, 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 or I can sell my dogs. It's up to you guys. But I want to show you how much I actually made. So 470. Let me do it this way. If I'm down $30 just to break even, so 30 divided by 4.79 equals, it'll take me 6 days to just break even. And then if I decide to sell, it'll be another 6 days because remember that 3%. So it's about 2 weeks before I can actually start saying I'm making profit, okay? And making $5 a day, we'll call it $5 a day on $1,000, it's up to you. Are you interested in doing that? Because realistically, that's what this pool does. Now, if you're just going to sit in BUSD and have it in your MetaMask, after a couple weeks, it does make more sense to have your money staked here than sitting in your MetaMask. So these pools do create an APR. Right now it says 180.99 APR, but this will fluctuate. As more money comes in, the APR will probably go down, and you can stake all sorts of these coins. I even staked some cake, because I had it sitting in my wallet. So whatever I got sitting in my wallet, I just throw in the pools. And that's one of the pros of the Animal Farm is hopefully it becomes the default space that people that live and do all their work on the Binance Smart Chain, they'll just use Animal Farm. That's the goal. There are farms which are just liquidity pairs that you can pair up. So I don't think I have any in this. In V1, I chose to take all dogs. So all my dogs are in the dog pound. This is all built nice internally on here, liquidity. Only thing that's not nice is the drip liberation. Still goes to your old site, but we can live with that. So there you go, guys. The drip garden I'm still in. I still make good money up to 3%. You just, you put your drip BUSD pair in here and you get it to work for you. You make this every day. The seeds that I have, I can either sell them or plant. I like the drip garden. It's been good for me, so I can't complain. See how you just kind of reinvest, and you let your plants grow, and you're always competing against other people in the farm that are, maybe they're doing more planting than they are selling. So there's a lot of game theory at work here. That's the issue I have is, it is a complicated platform, And if you're going to have a complicated platform, you really got to have good messengers. You got to have an emphasis on really making it simple, and having a centralized place where you do your communications. So whether it's a YouTube channel or whether it's just on the website, having some like live videos that really walk people through, or even on the homepage here, have a video that just says what to do, or what to do with $1,000, or something that's just simple and graphically shows how you move. Your dogs create pigs and the pigs create whatever, BUSD, and it would just be nice to have that. Other than that, the layout, everything is clean. TVL, we're sitting at 103. So yeah, it'll be interesting to watch these prices over the next few days. Are we going to see a reversal or not? But with a lot of new shiny DeFi projects, I mean, a lot of them are just flat out Ponzonomics, so I don't really think they're going to really take hold. People will get burnt and then return to like what hasn't burnt them. And that's what I think people like about Forex projects. What I like is I know Forex ain't going to rug. You know, like I showed yesterday, I got into this sucker, right? This is a gamble play for me. And these projects are always going to pop up, but they're not in competition with projects that Forex is in. This project, see how it offers 200% after 10 days? That's sexy, right? But at any point, like this thing can be gone. It's just don't get into this, guys. I mean, I did. I haven't done any. Let me test the withdraw. So I put in one BNB contract, one BNB. I put in 3 BNB total, and the goal is like you can collect this as you go. So confirm. Let's check if my BNB balance goes up. 27.84, 27.84. Does it work? Does it work? Is it rugged? 27.84, 27.84. Boom, it worked. Okay, great. So yeah, over the next 10 days, I just come here and I'll just take my withdrawals. This is total gamble, degenerate play. But the idea of doubling my money, right, after 10 days, or, I can withdraw today, tomorrow, the next day, so I mitigate my risk. These are just fun gamble plays. My point in saying this is like these type of projects are constantly going to pop up, but like Drip and Animal Farm, they've proven to be around for well over a year, and that's sexy to a lot of serious investors. They've got farms, they got pools. You're with pools. What's great is you're not dealing with some crazy tokens. You're dealing with BUSD. So people that just want to stay in a stable coin right now, fears and whatever, that's great. This helps people that own pigs and dogs tokens. So eventually, as more and more TVL pours in here, these prices will appreciate. That's the whole name of the game. So it's like you get to own part of this exchange, not an exchange, this yield farming project. So I don't know, little mixed review here. Not like overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, the amount of money I'm making on Animal Farm is the best project ever. But I'm also not dogging it. Haha, dog. I'm just letting it roll. Like, let's give it some time, and we'll see. I am hopeful. I'm not hyping it. I'm just watching. I'm not putting a ton of money into it. I did put a little in yesterday, but I've got a lot of pigs, dogs. I'm settled where I'm at. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know if I missed something. Let me know, where I'm wrong and how dumb I am. I'm happy to have a good conversation about it. All right, guys, that's it for this video. All the links in the description for everything. The stupid gamble play, again, be careful with that. It's just a 10-day thing because it started yesterday. I make money on these things when I get in on like day one. So you're getting in day 2, so I don't know. Will it last? Who knows? Hourly DeFi, that one I did, you guys saw I made bank. It worked out great. As of today, they stopped withdrawals. So that was I think 10 days. I don't know, maybe even been longer. So that one worked out great. Who knows, guys? Stick to the good stuff. If you got risk capital, have fun. If you don't, stick to the good stuff. All right, we'll see you in the next one.